Think about this, the 4 stages of EVT. Okay, you've got 4 stages on the journey when it comes to affirmations, four types of affirmation. The first type is the letting go. What do you need to let go of? Okay, do you have this feeling that you don't know as much as you need to know, or that you're not as experienced as you need to be, or you're not as confident as you need to be? These are energies that we need to let go of, okay, as affirmations. So, every day I'm letting go of this worry. Every day I'm not thinking so much about this particular thing. Every day I feel that I can just release, let go, surrender of some of those old feelings because I don't need them anymore, okay? Those are letting go affirmations. The next affirmations, the next stage is activation. Okay, so activation affirmations. So new things you haven't got yet. If you feel that you don't have any clarity about where you want to be going in your life, or motivation, all of these things are growing and growing every day. That's amplification. That's the 3rd stage. And then the 4th stage of change, and the 4th affirmational stage in EVT is automation. Automation is where you turn this into habits, okay? In the past, I used to have to think about becoming more confident, but now it's just becoming a habit. Every day I'm busy doing other things, and in the background, I'm becoming more confident. Every time I see the sun rise in the morning, I'm reminded of how confident I'm becoming. Okay, I don't have to think about it, I don't have to force it. In fact, the more I let go of all those other things, the easier it becomes to just automatically become more and more confident. Okay, so every day, you're not only becoming more motivated, it's becoming part of who you are. Every day you are becoming more successful in your life, in your business. Every day you're helping more people, and every time you help somebody, it becomes automatic. It becomes natural to want to do more and more of that kind of work. Every day you're making such a difference, and every day you remember, as a habit, you remember to remind yourself about how well you're doing, and to give yourself a pat on the back, to give yourself a congratulations, give yourself some kind words, some kind affirmations. Every day, all of these things are becoming a habit for you. Okay, hopefully you recognize these language patterns, this new way of doing affirmations, clarity about what's next for you, or clarity about who you are. Then you need to activate clarity. Okay, I'm starting to feel a new sense of clarity. I'm starting to discover new things. I'm starting to experience the early signs of becoming clear. The fogs are starting to clear, the mist's starting to clear, the sky is becoming more blue, the sun's shining more brightly, because I'm starting to discover these little things about myself, and I'm starting to experience subtle changes. Okay, that's like an activation affirmation. The next stage, once you've activated a certain energy, once you've got something started, this is where people sometimes slip back. They sometimes go back into old habits. They backslide. They just find that they go back to where they used to be. That's because they've activated, but they haven't got to the next stage, which is amplification. This is where you amplify your affirmations. You make them more powerful. So these are those famous affirmations like, every day in every way I'm getting stronger. Every day I'm feeling more energized. Every day I'm finding out more and more about who I am and my true purpose. Okay, so you put that in the second person. Every day you are feeling more powerful. Every day you're starting to realize that you're becoming more and more the person you've always wanted to be. Every day you're starting to step into your power. Every day you're discovering new and surprising ways to become more confident, to become more successful. Every day you're feeling the energy of money, success, happiness is actually really similar to what we do to ourselves anyway. Every day I see things that happen that make me feel really bad about myself. Every day I have to remember that I'm not ready to do this yet. Every day I think about how I'll be ready to do this in 6 months, or I'll be ready to do this next year. And these are affirmations that we want to unpack and get rid of so that we can have these more positive affirmations. But the structure is the same, which tells you already know how to do the affirmations. It may just be you've been doing them the wrong affirmations, but you've been doing them well. So it could be you're much better at affirmations than you realized. You've just been programming in the wrong things and tuning in the wrong energies, which is really exciting, because it means basically you can be anybody you want to be. Within your source code, within your power, within your uniqueness, you can use that power to become anything you want to become. That's a pretty cool affirmation. And when it becomes automated and it becomes a habit, there's going to be no stopping you.